then? You think killing and murder are interchangeable?
Who cares?
Okay, bro. What is your ego, Midnight? Okay, listen, Midnight. What's a word in your vocabulary that means unjustified or wrongful killing? What word in your dictionary means unjustified or wrongful killing? I'm not asking for what. Sure, sure. Actually, yeah. If you can give me that. Yeah, that would be murder. How about instead of okay, where do you base your definitions? Like where do you ground your semantics? Why should I why should I take your hmm? It'll be unjustified killing. Yeah, those are substitute. Sure. Which one do you hold to? What does that mean? Wait, this question, your claim or your question, who cares if AB is murder, is presupposing that AB is unlawful. Here, why don't I am. I'm okay, I understand. But why are you using that definition? Why don't you take the most common definition that's it, okay, motivate me to take your definition instead of the most commonly used definition. Why should we take yours? Motivate me. It is the first definition. That's presupposing your definition of murder. That's presupposing your definition of murder. Yeah, but the majority take the first definition of murder, which is I'll read it to you. Yes, yes. Yeah, exactly. Oh, so is it a morality? Is it a morality argument? Is it a morality argument? Exactly. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying your question, who cares if AB is murder, is presupposing that AB is illegal. No, I'm not saying it's incorrect. I'm asking you why I should hold to that. I'm not. I never once said your. I never once said. Yo, host, relax. Host, relax. Again, again. Let me speak. Let me speak. Let me speak. Let me speak. Okay. I never once said your. I never once said your definition is incorrect. I'm asking you why we should hold your definition over the most commonly used one. What am I pre-assuming? What am I? What presumption did I make? Wait, okay, look. Do you agree that logically we'd have to agree on the same definition? Do you agree? Because in a debate you have to agree on a definition, or the debate to to debate about a word, we have to agree on the definition of the word. Because if we're thinking it means different things, we're not gonna get anywhere. Yes, you do. Then phrase your question. Your question is asking who cares if it's a murder. You phrased your question badly. That's not my fault. I'm addressing your prompt. Your question presupposes that AB is murder. You're saying, so I'm asking you, what does murder mean? No. Wait. Your question. Wait, host, can you please relax for a second? Let me explain. Your question asks, who cares if AB is murder? Implying, implying, implying AB is murder. So you're presupposing that AB is murder. And I'm asking you what murder means because you clearly have a different definition of murder. I don't know what you're saying, but I don't know what you're asking by your question. What's your definition again? You said killing without a reason. That's what you told me. You said killing without a reason. You said it's killing without a reason. Okay. Okay, whatever. Wait, listen. Are you trying to get are you trying to because here, you're dude, are you trying to argue? Are you trying to debate if AB is morally right or wrong or if it's murder or not? What? I'm not. I'm not though. When I asked you what murder means by your definition, you told me it's killing without a reason. That's what you told me. Bar for bar. That's what you told me. Bar for bar. Then what did you say it was? Then what did you say it was? That's the thing. That's the thing. It's because that's what you said. It's what you told me. It's killing without a reason. With intent? Like, okay. Sure, whatever. Okay, and so what are you trying to actually argue? If AB is immoral or not? I'll tell you because implying a no-seum inference, there's no trait that the fetus possesses that would like justify or the fetus. There's no trait. How do I explain this? There's no difference between the fetus and the newborn that justify killing the fetus, but not the newborn. Right. Okay. So tell me, what? What does that? What does that have to do with making it right or wrong? Okay, sure, I agree. Those are descriptive. Those are descriptive differences. I'm What the hell are we arguing? Are we arguing if it's morally right or wrong? If it's illegal or if it's legal? What are we? What is the? I don't get this. You keep shifting the goalpost. You're not answering my question. You're not answering my question. I said, what difference does the what difference between the newborn and the fetus justifies killing the newborn? Would you say killing a newborn is wrong? Morally wrong. Bro, answer my question. Do you think killing a newborn is morally wrong? No, I asked you to. Two questions. You said you appealed to legality. You appealed to legality, location, and development. None of those things tell me why it's wrong. Yes, yes. You appealed to location, legality, and development. None of those things tell me why it's wrong. Those are descriptive differences. Yeah, again, those are descriptive differences. They don't tell me why it's wrong. Yeah, so tell me why. Tell me why. Why those things matter. You just told me those things. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. You're not tracking. You're not tracking. I asked you. That's not true. I asked you what traits it possesses. That will that would like right. It's human. It's living. It's developing. There you go. What's a trait? What? What? It is. Yes, it is. What are we saying? What are we saying? What is a trait then? Bro, you're using your own definitions of these words. Why don't you use real definitions? You keep making up words, bro. Sure. Sure, I'll read it to you right now. A trait is a specific quality, feature, or characteristic that helps identify or describe a person, animal, or thing. A person is a thing. Human is a characteristic that helps us describe it. Therefore, a human is a trait. Yo, you just got blown out, bro. You have this weird ego thing where you make up your own words. No, I never attributed personhood to a fetus. Are you saying a person's not a thing? Yo, please answer me this. Did you really did you really hear the definition and combine person, animal, and thing into one box? Like, do you think you have to be a person, animal, and a thing for this definition to apply to you? Or do you think it's person or animal or thing? Oh my god. Sure. A human can't be a trait? A human cannot be a trait. Being human is a trait. Bro, do you not understand what you searched up? Do you not? Oh my god. Do you not understand what you searched up? Do you not understand what you searched up? You understood. You under. Yo. Bro. Wait. Oh my god. Host, can I speak? Wait, can I? I'll let you speak. I'll mute. You shut up. I'll mute. Shut it. I'll mute. I'll let you speak. Then you let me speak muted. Okay? Are you done? Can I speak now? All right. Mute while I'm speaking. I'll tell you when you can speak again. Okay. When you search up, can a human be a trait? You're searching up, can the human, the being, be a trait? Be the concept. A human cannot be the abstract concept of being a trait. That's why it's saying no. Search up is being a human a trait. Is being human a trait? It'll say yes. You searched up is, you can't speak yet. You searched up, can a human, the human being, be this abstract concept? Of course it's going to tell you no. All right, speak. Okay, for B it says yes, being a human is defined by a collective set of biological, physiological, and social traits rather than a single characteristic. It's a combination of traits. It's still a trait. That's what I just read you. Yes, being a human is defined by a collective set of biological, physiological, and social traits rather than a single characteristic. That's what I just read, bar for bar. Twice in a row, by the way. Why does it matter? Why are we arguing the semantics of what a trait is? I don't. No, I didn't say they're the same. I said no. I never said they're the same. Never did I say they're. You're so low tier. You're so low tier. You're so low tier, dude. You're so low tier. No way you thought. No way you thought I. Yo, please, please. You're actually like 50 IQ. I can't engage with you. Oh my goodness. You think I'm lying? Yeah. No, here. Listen, listen. Yo, I genuinely believe. Mhm. Can I speak now? Can I address this slander? Can I address the slander? Can I address the slander? All right. Here's what I'll say. I genuinely believe that you think I'm lying, and why I think you think I'm lying is because you're 50 IQ. Listen, when I say, can I speak? When when I say there is no difference between the newborn and the fetus that justifies ending the fetus but not the newborn, I'm not saying there is no difference between the newborn and the fetus. Like absolutely. I'm saying there's no moral difference. There's no difference, there's no trait, there's no difference they possess that would justify that gives one more moral value than the other. That's what I'm saying. What does doing a trait mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, okay, here. Since you use your own definition for murder, I'll use my own definition for trait. A trait is just something that something possesses. Something that something possesses is my definition of a trait. Yeah, yeah, sure. What do you think? Anything that a fetus possesses is a trait. Like, um, would you really think that a human? Mm, dude, holy host, relax, host, relax. Okay, host, host. I'll explain. Um, let me look at this word. Okay. Um, Okay, would you say there's such a thing as a genetic trait or a physical trait or a behavioral trait? Okay, do you think fetuses can't possess genetic traits? Like the genetics they possess from their mother? No, I said there's no traits. There's no traits that justify killing it. That's my argument. There's no traits that justify killing it. You have to, you have to like rebuke my argument. You have to provide me for a trait that the fetus has that lets us, or that the newborn has that gives it more value than the fetus. Okay. Hmm. Okay, can I speak now? All right. You're appealing to legality and location. You gave me an abstract, or you gave me a trait. And you didn't tell me why that matters. Okay, so what that it's outside of the womb? So what that it's illegal? Tell me why that matters. Here, I'll explain. Why are we using law in a morality debate? Do you agree that? Can I speak? Okay. All right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, you can speak, bro. You can speak. You got it, bro. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a syllogism. I'll give you a syllogism. I'll give you a syllogism here. Let me find my notes. All right, P1, it is wrong to intentionally kill an innocent human being. P2, from the moment of conception, the entity created is a biologically alive and is genetically and biologically human, distinct from the parents. P3, therefore, from conception, the entity is a living human being. P4, the fetus is innocent, hasn't committed any crimes. A conclusion, therefore, it is wrong to intentionally kill the fetus. What's your contention with my argument? That's your, really. You're not, do you not hold to biology? What is it then? A human being is just a human entity. Are you saying it's not an entity? What is it then? Oh, yeah, I'll stop rushing. A living creature like a person, not a living creature that is a person. Yeah. You just like doesn't mean is. You're like it's comparing. It could have. When did I ever assign personhood to the fetus? Can you stop going off on a tangent? I'm not. Okay, can we look up what a human being is? I'll read the definition of human being. A human being is an individual member of the primate species Homo sapiens. Are you denying that a fetus is a Okay, sure. Characterized by walking upright on 2 feet, a large complex brain, the capacity. Are you saying a person in a wheelchair is not a human? A large complex brain, the capacity for a complex speech, abstract thoughts. These are character. These are characteristics. These are not what it necessarily has to have. Oh my god. Okay. Does a disabled? Okay, if a person is disabled, they have less complex thoughts. Okay. Wait. No, because we classify human beings by their DNA. We classify human beings by their DNA, not by characteristics that appear in some humans, not in others. Sure. Sorry, can you explain that again? That was a long definition. You said a lot of different things. You said a lot of different things. 17. What do you mean get a life? Why are you resorting to personal insults now? What is this? That's not true, bro. Explain that again. All right, you're a droid. You're a droid. You're a droid.
Hello? All right, so I just wanted to speak on the semantics of murder real quick because I see that you had some trouble with it with Timmy earlier. So can we agree with a definition so we don't run into any conflations with semantic tracking or semantic stringing? No, yeah, I would just take murder to be the malice forethought of harming or taking of the human life, which is innocent and has the moral status to not be taken advantage of, or termination of that said human life. That would be my definition. Why not? Wait, well, I don't agree because when you use the word person, yeah, person isn't used in the murder term, which is going to be accepted over biological factors. So I would say no. I'm not looking at the legal term. I'm speaking of a moral state. So we would take it to be the case that, yeah, you can look it up. No, I gave a personal definition, but I could give this definition set here. Hmm? No, that's not what I said. No, man, that's not what I said. I said so. Basically, what I was saying was in epistemics or epistemology, you can't constitute a definition that does not follow the substance of the actual definition. This is basic epistemology. So the reason why I can use a personal definition is because it follows the essence of the actual definition that is usually used in common life. Now, the one that you use is that the intent of killing another person. That is wrong. In legal terms, they use the word human. In actual terms, which has moral status or moral data, they use the word human. They don't use person. So, since I'm using the essence of a personal definition, it can be used in actual frameworks or actual discussions in which have moral dialogues that are contrary to each other. That's fine because it has the actual essence of the actual definition. That's completely fine. But yours doesn't. So that's why I'm going to give, huh? Okay. Okay. Um, That's not, that's not what I was arguing. Yeah, the definition would simply just be the taking of an innocent human life. We'll just put it like a. Yeah, that's just going to be the definition of murder. That's just going to be a simple one. No, yeah, again, we would take it to be the case that human innocence comes from not doing moral evils or the lack of moral evils. Would you agree? Why not? That's what I said. Yeah, moral evils just means anything that is opposite to good. Yeah, cool, but again, yeah, even if you don't follow the logic, logic can be used to argue the more logical standpoint, I guess. But yeah, again, so killing something, so killing something alive. Okay, I guess so we don't have to. We're just gonna do it for the sake of argument. It still works. It still works for the sake of the argument. No, killing a person would work because that isn't used in the Schmurder definition. Okay, yeah, again. Well, no, because it would be the taking of a human life. So again, if there's unjust cause for taking a human's life away, then it would necessarily be murder, right? I, I didn't say that. That's not what I was talking. What? No, I was just making the distinction. I wouldn't necessarily. Well, no, I wouldn't say it's murder because it doesn't align with the definition. Because cats. Wait, hold on. Okay, that's cool. You don't have to yell. We're doing good. We're just talking. But okay, okay. Because in a debate, we have to come to an agreement on the definition which has the most substance. Okay, cool. Okay, that's cool. So, wait, wait, can you give me some reason for why you don't value human life? Okay. Okay, but you would have to like take that to account and prove the moral status of humans. What? But you just said that you don't value humans, so you would have to care what applies to humans to constitute something negative to humans. Okay, so if you take that to be your case, then you can't necessarily say, all right. Are you good? Okay. All right, you good? All right. You good? Like that was not necessary. You okay? All right. All right. So again, when we speak about moral dialogues, right? In which it could either be negative or positive, you said you wouldn't value humans because they have did moral evils on Earth. And then I said you would have to posit why these moral evils make humans less valuable. And then you said you wouldn't care about what the humans did on Earth. But that's contradictory to your proposition of not caring about what those humans have did to be morally evil while on Earth. No, no, no. We're not speaking of fetuses right now. We're just speaking on the moral value of humans right now because you bring it up and I wanted to talk about it. So basically what I'm saying is you can't really escape from the proposition that you made because you have to, defend it and why you wouldn't value humans. That's what I was asking, but you said you wouldn't. I mean, I'm just trying to like see where you're coming from so we can like get into the main substance. I'm not a penguin. I'm not a penguin. Okay, but that doesn't apply to like the actual world. Like what? Oh, okay. Go ahead. All right, my bad. You got it. Okay. All right. No, yeah, I'm here. I was just letting you speak. That's all. What? No, I was just letting you speak. What? No, I would disagree on multiple points. Ugh. No, yeah. Yeah, can I explain what I mean by disagree? Okay, cool. So when I say that I disagree, I'm saying that I disagree that those would be valid moral reasons to disregard the value of humans over all other things. That's what I mean. So when you say that humans are destroying Antarctica, and then you bridged off into this by saying that we are making advancements which are necessary for the human species. I would take that to be something that is morally good. We should want advancements that would be either scientifical, physical things in which would help us build faster, things that'll be educational. This is completely fine. We need to do this in order to progress as humanity and maybe later benefit the earth down the road because we know things. Oh my gosh, no way, that's Qualm. Oh my gosh, Qualm, I'm gonna send you a full recording of this later. Hold on. Wait, Qualm, I'm gonna send you this later. But yeah, so basically, what I'm saying is the reason we should value human beings is because we have the ability to progress Earth with educational prowess, things that are scientific, and things that would overall benefit the world down the line as we grow in education and as we grow in knowledge, maybe even physical capacity. So that would be my justification and why I would disagree with not being able to value humans as you stated earlier. Okay, that's not what I said at all. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. But if you would take it to be the case, that's what I said. You would have to further justify that. But what I was saying was, you could play it back. Okay, cool. But essentially, what I was saying was, is that since we have the ability to do things that other species cannot, it would grant us higher moral status because we have the ability to benefit the world better than other species. Morality doesn't exist. Holy. What do you mean morality doesn't exist? So you would posit that negative and positive things don't exist? Yeah, I'm speaking about moral statuses, right? We kind of can. Sorry, let me just reply to this. All right, anyways, so yeah, I would take it to be the case that you might be a little bit confused. So, no, I didn't say that you're blind. I said that you might be a little bit confused, and I can explain on what I mean by that. So, to say that morality isn't real, you would have to reject the idea that bad things or good things can happen. And if you don't believe in morality, and in the human way of thinking, morality doesn't exist, right? Okay, so I would find it hard to believe that we can take your word for it on a moral problem such as AB. Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay. Ooh, yikes. She might have.
Hello? Because you're tasty? Well, that's an opinion, I guess. No, it can't.
Hello. Hey, 1 minute, kids. 1 minute. Can I be the moderator, please? Please. I just want to I cannot say. Let me fix something.
Hello? Yeah, what exactly is the title trying to say?
Just listen to what
I do. I don't think people should be murdered.
But they're not people.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be people? Oh, that means you wouldn't be a person because you don't on technicality you don't fully develop until like 25 to 30. So that would what? No. What are you talking about? That's biologically inaccurate. An 80-year-old is not fully developed. Fully developed would just mean maturity. Fully developed would just mean maturity. Yeah. Because it's legal. It's legal within the legal system. What do you want me to say, bro? Because it's legal within the legal system. Oh, they probably do. Not necessarily. Really depends on the system. Really depends on the state system, the county system. Maybe South Carolina. I think. All right, can you tell me the 9 states that abortion is limited in?
Alabama.
Yeah, all right. So abortion would be illegal. I know, not illegal. Would it be fully allowed in 9 states? Yeah, fully allowed in 9 states and illegal in a couple of them. I forgot the exact number. South Carolina would be one of them. I'm pretty sure you would get jail time if you killed your child in South Carolina. You know, before the age. Yeah, age of South Carolina, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not looking it up.
Carolina, but really it depends on the state system, county system, and the individual judges. Also, why is this irrelevant? I mean, why is this relevant here? All right. Bro, I agree with you. Legally, yeah, I agree with you. Legally,
How is that murder?
yeah, legally, within the legal system would not be murder, but morally, if we abide by, yeah, so if we go by the legal definitions, hold on, if we go, hold on, hold on, stop interrupting, please. All right. Stop interrupting. Jeez. Okay. If we're appealing by, if we're gonna go like have a legal debate, then that would just be appeal to legality. If we're talking about if abortion is good or not, right? It would be a morality debate. So we're just gonna go by the moral definition of murder. We're not gonna uphold to the legality of it, right? We're gonna uphold to the morality of it. Definition of the moral definition, the most agreed upon moral definition of murder would just be the unjustified killing. Holy bro! All right, my preferred definition. My preferred definition. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on. Please, can you stop cutting me off? Holy bro, can you stop cutting? Can you stop cutting me off, please, bro? Can you stop
Oh,
cutting me off, bro? No, no, really. You interrupted me. You started talking with this. Like, okay, so, all right, I'm gonna speak calmly now. All right.
oh.
Someone's never been told no before. Jeez, bro. All right. We're gonna.
Oh, you could just mute him. You could click on his avatar and then just mute him. I mean, if you mute him, he will listen because he can't talk. Oh, about the server. I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. Not under the state of law. I feel like it's completely natural, actually. You know? No, animals kill their own babies, so like it's not murder. I'm in the middle. I can disagree or disagree with things. I don't like to put a label on it. Yep, of course. Well, I just don't like to put a label on it, you know. If I agree with the other side, it's like I'm kind of in the middle. Crap. Um, it's not okay. What do they agree upon? For question. So like that's the only thing about pro-choice is AB. Mm, mm, okay. Well, that means that they. I was gonna say, like, do they agree with ICE or anything like that? Like, all right. Pro-choice and pro-life, they don't have to do nothing with ICE or anything else. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna explain to you like why I'm in the middle, right? I feel like having an AB, it's it's not really okay with me because of my religion. And of course, anybody can do whatever they want with their body. But also, like, I like kids, and I just want I would just want people to have like more kids and more kids, you know. But at the end of the day, it's their choice, so that's why I'm in the middle. Verbal raises his hand for like 4 minutes.
So, alright, my like stance on AB. Can I give like my stance on AB, like what I think? Sure. Okay, so I'd say I'm more pro circumstance, maybe leaning a little towards more towards pro life. Do you want me to like explain like what part of like what circumstances I believe it's justified, like AB is justified. So what was that? Okay, so I'd say, all right. I guess like if you want me to strictly follow under like why it doesn't count as choice. Okay, so I feel like it's easier for me to just like lay out like the specific circumstances because like that's my stance and that's what I want to debate about, right? First off, I think a really obvious example of when AB is justified is through grape, because obviously you shouldn't be able to carry you shouldn't be forced to like carry the mental and emotional trauma of having to deliver a baby that was given by an abuser. And secondly, I believe that if a mother has the medical risks and could potentially die from giving birth, then I think that she should be able to get an AB. But I think that in like 95% of situations, an AB was conducted because it was just like they was just like not on time or like mismatched. I don't think it's a valid excuse to get an AB simply because you weren't planning on it at the time. Well, I'd say that if because the majority of ABs occur because the mother simply didn't plan on having a baby at the time, I feel like that's not a just reason as to why they should terminate another life. Off of the top of my head, I feel like the two reasons I listed should be the threshold for when AB is justified. Right, again, I'm more towards the middle of this whole AB debate. Like, I'm not leaning. I'm going to explain it to you. So the reason why is because first off, I think that there obviously are pros and cons to AB. I'd like to stay on a stance where I can see like both perspectives because I'm here to learn, of course. But first off, I believe that when a child, or I want to say child because that's really like horrific, but when someone is given a baby by an abuser, then they should not be forced to, I guess, yes, that's an example of a pro-choice perspective where the baby shouldn't be delivered because of mental or physical trauma given to the victim. But I'd also say that if a mother is facing like a lot of like his face has like these medical risks and she shouldn't be forced to deliver the baby either. That's around like 5% of all ABs. So that's why I'm leaning a little more can I finish real quick? That's why I'm leaning towards the night. Yeah, because I'm answering your question. Like your question is just like, how is it not pro-choice? I never said it's not pro-choice. I'm saying that, okay, I'll finish in like 10 seconds, I promise. Again, 95% of these ABs happened because it was just untimed. It wasn't because of the earlier reasons I mentioned. I'd say that if 95% of life was terminated because they were just not planning it at the time, I don't think it's a just situation to conduct the AB. Yeah, but you wanted me to answer your question. What do you like? Okay, what was your question then? I literally said it is pro-choice. Okay, go ahead. Okay, I never said no other reasons. I just said those are the ones I know off the top of my head. Like you can give me like a lot of different reasons and I'll see if I agree or not. Right, but okay. Can I ask a question? Okay, so if you want to have this debate, then I guess I'll lean towards pro-life. Okay, so if do you think a woman is allowed to get pregnant like 15 different times and a baby each one because she wasn't planning on having a baby? So you think that 15 lives can be ended because a woman simply just doesn't want to deliver a baby? Okay, cool. I think that's a little effed up, but go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Wait, but like, why did the mother want to do the deed 15 different times and choose to AV each one? Yeah, that's fair. Right, my point is that I feel like AV can be abused, right? I feel like it is a tool in the toolbox where a woman can just turn to it when she doesn't plan on having a baby. I don't think it's a just excuse to end a potential life just because you simply don't want a baby at the time. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure the mom can. Just because she doesn't want to have a baby doesn't mean she has. Okay, tell me why she can't. Right, if she regrets it, then why does she want to put herself through it multiple times? Right, a lot of people are accidents cool, but what about like is it impossible for an adoption or an or is it possible for an adoption or an orphanage to take the child instead? But I feel like what is more mentally ill is the fact that a woman can get an AB 15 different times just because they don't want to have a child.
Hello. Okay. So what's like the topic behind this? Like, I know what the topic is. I know what the topic is. I do care if abortion is murder, but only on like certain circumstances. If
You do.
I do, but like, hear me out, okay? There's two different things, okay? So let's say that the woman is kind of underage and there's a man, if you know what I mean, because I can't say it or else like BC banned. And the woman ends up getting pregnant because of the man. But she doesn't want that and she couldn't stop it. And then she has to go through the 9 months because she can't get an abortion. Is that allowed? Can she get an abortion if she does not want the baby, if she literally got put through it and does not want it? Wait, are you the one who's debating against this?
No.
Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought like this was like the other way around. I thought you were like protesting, saying that it should be illegal. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I feel like an idiot. Okay, this it's because I do get like the infant, the PC should be able to grow up, but if the father figure is still with the mother, then AB should stay. Like, it shouldn't, because like the father is still with the mother, so they can be together. But if it was just the mother, then she should be able to get an AB if she wanted to. That's not what I'm saying. My mother went through the same situation. What I'm saying is that my mother was not able to, but she still raised me, and we're having a perfect life. I know not everything can go. No, I'm just saying. I'm not against it. That's not. I get that's like what you think I was saying, but like that's kind of not what I was saying. I'm like, hold on. It should be, if anything, it doesn't matter. It also doesn't go with the father's opinion, but 100% it's the mother's opinion if she wants to keep the child or not. If she thinks that she's not an unfit mother, and the father has to agree with it, or else she can just give it to him and like doesn't have to do anything with it if she doesn't want to. But it's also the pain in that stuff. So in my opinion, I feel like the woman should be able to allow to get AB either way if she wants to or not. It's not the man's opinion. He has no right. Well, I got confused with what the whole thing meant. I don't understand. Like, what I didn't. Yeah, yeah, I know that. Okay, you too. I'm so sorry. Have a nice day.
Yo, what's up? So, um, yeah, so do you know what murder is? Can you tell me it? Wait, so do you grant it's murder? Because you're saying who cares if it's murder? Okay, so what, holy, are you like one question before we can debate? Are you in like an airplane or like a helicopter or okay, yeah. So what's the argument for the pro-choice position? Okay. Yeah, well, murder isn't just a legal term; it's also like a philosophical term, right? So yeah, you said even if it's murder, you wouldn't care. I don't really know. That's kind of contradictory because you just find it as unjust, so you're going to be granting it's unjust. But like yeah, we can just like we can argue like the morality off this. I can just like critique your view. So yeah, what's the argument? No, no, you do. You kind of just told me how even if it's murder, you wouldn't care, and murder is a legal term, and people who do it and where it's illegal. Well, yeah, and then another thing you said was even if it's like even in places where it's illegal, they still don't go to prison or whatever. Um, yeah, sure. Um, the person who murdered 50 people is probably a bad person, so they should probably go to prison. Yeah. Well, yeah, they do. Well, their moral value isn't going to change depending on their actions. But I mean, I mean, yeah, their human value isn't going to change. It's not. They're not like. They're not because they're not like not becoming a human. They're not changing species. Yeah, human value. You know what a human is, right? It's a species. So if their value can't change unless they change species. Yeah, yeah. So granting that um human value when we get the definition of human value. Sure. Well, no, no. Well, no. I'm not saying. Like what? No, I'm saying their human value would. So, oh my God. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, it's defined as fundamental principles, beliefs, and standards of behaviors that guide individuals in like what is important and meaningful. In a, in a human way. What is value in a human way? Yeah, it's just fundamental principles. It's just moral principles. A human value is literally just a moral principle. Okay, killed or murdered? Killed or murdered? Last time you said murdered. Okay. Well, okay, yeah. So, um, when we're going to be defining human value as these type of like fundamental principles, right? Like their basic human value will mean equal, even though their moral character and deservingness of punishment can change, right? So the murderer and the innocent person are still both human beings with like with just human value, right? Or with this like moral value and like a capacity to like suffer, right? Like therefore, wait, hold on. Yeah, they're hold on, listen. So they're basic. They're oh, okay. So you're just gonna talk over me. You're just gonna talk over me. Okay, so you're just gonna scream. Okay. Well, so they're basic. Yeah, I'm telling you how it's gonna remain the same. Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? Listen. So their basic human value. Calm down. Their basic human value. Calm down. Their basic human value. Their basic. Okay, are you ready to stop acting like a child now? Because their basic human value will remain equal, even though their moral character and deservingness of punishment will change. Do you understand? Yes. Do you understand? Oh my God. Basic human value, their basic human value will still remain. Oh my God. What do you mean by sharing the same principles? Uh, like moral principle, probably not. But well, they have the same basic human value, right? Okay, so they will have. Go ahead. Go ahead. Probably not. They probably don't have the same moral beliefs, right? Okay, well, just to clarify, what do you mean by moral beliefs? No. Oh my God. Oh my God. So moral beliefs. Okay, so oh my god. Yeah, I understand, right? But yeah, but me and you, right? We probably don't share the same moral beliefs, right? Because oh my god. Okay, do you know what a moral belief is? Do you know what a moral belief is?
Bro, it's a simple yes or no question.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, yeah, so do you know the meaning of human value? What's your semantics here? You literally just come off and start naming character traits. So I'm not sure. I'm not too sure if you would just like hold to that semantics. Three words. Three words. Human value. Three words. Yeah, you said three words for human value. Okay. Human values are the core principles and standards that guide our daily choices, shape our character, and define what we find meaningful in life. Do you equate that to moral value? Yeah, exactly. So what is your point? What is your point, dude? If we're going to yeah, if we're talking about morality here, if the action is just going to be morally permissible or not, this is just okay. Then get on to your point. What is your claim? So is morality dependent on human value? Okay, okay. Yeah, what's your point? What's your point? I disagree. Devalue is crazy. Uh, wait. Okay. So devalue is crazy to me. So what's gonna be like the motivation to your stance? What's gonna be like the substantiation to your claim? Why should I hold to this? Okay, so then you're making okay, so you're making a claim, right? You're taking your claim as going to be the right option. You're making this debate. You have to motivate your claim. That's the whole point of a debate. Yeah, you have to just give like you have to like give an argument as to why your own why your own stance is just going to be logically wait, catfish. Why your own stance is going to be logically reasonable, right? That's the point of an argument. That's the point of a debate. Why your own stance is just going to be logically reasonable. Do you not know the point of a debate? All right. Yeah. So, you can't seem to give like an argument. I'm telling you, bro. Your whole.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm not speaking for anybody. I'm asking a question. What? I just said, how's it going? No. Because human life has value from conception. And so, why? They just have intrinsic moral value. You want to know why? What? Sorry. From their human nature. Every human has inherent moral worth. Can I finish what I'm saying? A human being with a rational human nature. No, they're not to that. What? A human being? Because person is like kind of a legal definition kind of thing. Obviously, I'm not going to use that. Why don't you tell me? Why didn't you don't even give an argument. You keep questioning me. Can you give me an argument?
Hello? Hi. So, personally, I'm pro-choice, but not because of like, I don't know. I think that human value, personally, I believe there should be a baseline for it. Like, I don't think that human value changes necessarily with the like actions, because I feel that everyone is owed some kind of basic human decency at the end of the day. So, but the reasons I argue it, though, is because I feel like when people who are pro-life argue about this, I feel like it just stops at like after care stops, like after the baby is born. I don't feel like a lot of people talk about what happens after the baby is born, because if you're birthing a human, I think it's important to consider, okay, where do we go from here, right? Because I think that if you're saying one thing is bad, then okay, what's the alternative? Is the alternative like better or much better than the other option? Is that am I making sense? Yeah, sure. All all I'm trying to say is, yes, I'm not trying to devalue the baby. I understand why you guys think the baby has moral value. I'm saying, is the alternative of bringing the baby into the world under certain circumstances, if maybe the person is financially unstable, maybe because people when they AB, I don't think it should be abused or anything, but some people AB, not sometimes there's health complications, sometimes there is what is financial, can they provide for the baby? And then there's also certain things with the foster care system. I'm just saying that because if I want a child, I want to make sure the world that I am bringing them into, they are going to suffer as less as possible. And that's why I think that when you're a parent, you need to be making an informed decision. You need to be can I raise my child? Do I know someone who can raise my child? Right? That's all I'm saying, is that I like talking about it from what happens after predetermined potentiality. I get what you're saying, that the baby has potential, but I just feel that, not even feel, I think that I want to mitigate as much suffering as possible as a mother. I'm thinking at this, okay, am I emotionally stable? Am I am I going to be able to provide? And if I'm not able to provide, do I know someone who is going to be able to provide? Because when we're pro-life, I just think that we need to be thinking about the life of the baby, not just the baby inside the womb. I feel like I feel like there's a lot of baggage that comes from being a quote unquote unwanted baby, right? I'm not. I'm pro-choice. No, what do you mean? What do you mean with pride? I'm just saying, because I will say that there are all literally. Yeah, all I'm saying is that that we need to consider about the life of the baby after the baby is born. And that's literally all I'm saying here. Well, I mean, not everything I can empathize with the point doesn't mean I agree. You can be able to respectfully disagree. There are pro-lifers I have talked to who I think are actually arguing in good faith, and I understand it. I'm just saying I disagree. That's all. I'm proud of my stance. I'm not changing my stance. I'm just trying to be respectful here, because I understand that. Oh. Yeah, oh, okay. I mean, yeah,
What's up? So, yeah, I would like to have a good faith discussion, right? Even though we disagree on a bunch of points, we can still debate in good faith. Yep. Okay. Okay. What if I need to clarify a question so I can answer it better? All right. Um. So can I kind of, yeah, yeah. But can I kind of start off from where we were Okay. So, I think you're confusing like a human value with human value, right? Because like a human value is going to be like a human would value like a dog or their phone or something. Like it's a value a human would have. But like human value is the actual like axiological significance the actual human has, right? Like the essence of the human. So like a human value. Oh, okay. But like okay, so then like a human value is like I'm a human, I would value like my phone or whatever. Like the human's value is going to be like the axiological significance it has. Do you understand? Well, well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I would say human value would be like when we're talking about human value, it would be like the axiological significance the essence of the human has, but I don't think there's an actual definition. Like definitions aren't objective. Do you understand? Well, well, I believe well, I feel like these well when I search up human value definition and it gives me the Google AI, it's saying human values, right? So this is like values humans have, right? They're like fundamental principles and beliefs, right? But like they're not actually like the value like they're not the actual value of the human. So, I think, like I think we're confusing like humans' value and like human values. Okay, okay. Okay. So, well, I don't disagree with like this definition of human values, but I disagree that this is like the actual definition of like a human's value. Do you understand like a human's value and human values? Well, because I didn't. Okay, yeah, yeah. Because I didn't like understand. Like I didn't realize you were confusing it,
Oh,
right?
Sophia.
So a human's value and a human, like a human values, like humans value. Hold on, let me re-say this, right? So a human's value is going to be the value that actual human has. But human values are values that that human has. Like let's say I'm a human, I would value my dog. That those are human values, right? Okay, okay, so the difference is humans' value is going to be the value the actual human has, and human values are going to be the values they have outside. That's going to be external values, not of themselves. Yeah, I can't hear you. Your mic is in your mouth. This is kind of childish. Sure. Like, different human. Okay, like a different. Well, wait, what do you mean? Which one? Like humans' value or human value? Yeah, yeah, I didn't. I got confused. Yeah. Whoa. Uh, Wait, okay, yeah, hold on. So you said they're like, is their value determining on the values they have? What's the argument for that? What's the argument for that? What's the argument for that? Okay, so no, I'm not. So listen, so is their value determining on the values they have, correct? What? Okay, okay, I feel like those are human, like humans' value. Like, I feel like those are like values that humans have, not like the actual human value itself. So, like, okay, wait. Okay, we're kind of like shifting and like pivoting. So listen, is their value okay? Is their value determining the values they have? Because you answered yes, and then you answered no after I asked it. So which one is it? Okay, so is their actual value determining on the values they have? So okay, so let's say I valued like okay, what's the argument for that? Okay, can I get the argument for that? Okay, yeah, I can answer this. So, like their basic value does not change because human worth is based on what someone is, not how morally good they behave. So, like I can give like the murderer example, right? So, like the murderer becomes extremely guilty and deserves severe punishment, and they may forfeit some like certain freedoms, but they do not stop like being human or becomes literally worthless, right? Their actions change their moral character and what treatment is justified, not their intrinsic human value. Do you understand? Okay, so okay, so their basic value, but the value they actually have doesn't actually. Okay, oh my god. Okay, so okay, so first of all, yeah. So like, so then when does a human gain moral value to you? Just so I can understand. Like after they do a morally good thing, do they gain moral value? Like, let's say if a baby, right? Let's say if a baby came out the womb, and then let's say if they grab their mother's cheek or whatever and hurt them, would they be less valuable? What? Okay. Okay. Now I'm understanding. So their actual value that the essence of them has is going to change depending on whether the actions they do. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I understand. So like, Um, yeah, no, I'm just trying to get your like stance, but like, yeah. So like, okay, can I do one more clarifying question on that, and we can move on? Just one more clarifying question.
What,
Okay,
Sophia? What do you want?
so
What do you want? What do you want?
okay, so let's say there's like a really innocent person came out of the womb, never done anything bad. They're like 10 years old, and then okay, do you know what a hypothetical is? Okay, what do you think innocent is? Okay, so then the baby would be innocent because they've done nothing wrong. Uh, Um, yeah, how is that making the fetus less innocent?
Monkey, I think
value
Value what?
human beings the same way?
Like on what aspect?
On the definition aspect.
Yeah, like I can give it moral value. I can give it like value in like a society point of view, like from the outcome they gave me. Like there are different types of value. That's basic logic and basic knowledge, whatever.
So even though
Does your controller die?
even though everyone can do different actions, you still will hold them the same.
What do you mean? Sorry, can you repeat the last thing? I didn't hear.
So even though you state like there's different moral things and all that stuff, that means there's different things you can choose. That must be a bad one. Even though some might do the bad moral decisions, according to you, you would still view them the same as someone who didn't. Is that yes or no?
Yeah. So like I totally understand your point of view, okay, and I agree with you on certain
Did you not
things.
understand the English question?
Honestly, no. You have a very bad voice. I cannot stand you actually.
And I speak more English than you.
I think the topic is getting off of like we're getting off the topic.
Yeah, instead of knowing you sound like really like
let somebody else come
intellectual.
up. Let somebody else
Hold
come up.
on, people know they sound like really false and they don't know, they're not tracking what they're actually saying. Instead of admitting that, they want to bully somebody else, which cannot happen today. Let's see if a girl will know better than
Banana,
me.
you have a lot. You have a lot to say. You should get up here.
But you just called me?
Am I talking to you?
Sasha, stop speaking!
By the way, I ain't a girl, but I ain't a girl. Anyways, so
Oh,
what's
you're not a
the
girl?
argument? Yeah, what's gonna be the argument?
Huh?
What's gonna be the argument?
So I don't care about everybody because I don't think everyone has the same human value, okay? So I don't care if AB was considered murder because I don't grant that fetus value just because it's a part of the Homo sapien community because it hasn't showed me how it's valuable. So I don't care if it lived or died. Okay,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
just
not considered murder because in the state of, some states in America where even it's illegal to get it, people who still somehow get it done, they won't be placed under prison, which you usually would if you murdered somebody. Period.
all right. So yeah, that's just naming your proposition. That's not really adding to like your argument. But I would just still go off of that. Why should I just hold to this? I'm not gonna hold to legality. Just like being the being like the motivator for your stance, because it's just going to be it's just go hold like a really first order subjectivism.
Can you explain to me what you feel like is what you just said? The legality stuff.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna hold to legality since in some places it's considered
Explain to me what
illegal,
that means
and
to
some
you.
places don't consider it illegal. So I'm not gonna
Okay,
hold to
explain
that.
to me what legality means to you.
Legality.
Yes.
Yeah, it's literally in the name. Legal, law, the law.
So you don't appeal to law.
I'm not appealing to legality. It would just be like a very first order.
And this
Hold on.
Hold on. Hello.
I can't even hear. I can't even hear you, gang. Either way, even if I can't hear you, you're wrong as hell.
Your sister. Sister, why you got negative 22 stars? What did you do? Okay, okay, okay. I like. Oh, wait. That's why you got. Damn. Like, oh my God. I just wanted to know, like, your thinking process. Like, why do you think that? Clock it. Clock it. No, I agree. Like, for example, Billie Eilish, like she said that nonsense and she still uses products that contain animals. No shade. I'm just Yep. Hey Dream.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Hello? Yeah, I'm a vegan. I'll say I'm pretty healthy.
What? Yo, what? Wait, Dream. Is it like your religion to be, or like is it like your religion or culture to be vegan or no?
Nah, it's personal
Oh,
choice.
okay. If it was like culture or religion, oh.
Why is that a death wish? Why is that a death wish? I don't eat meat though. I don't eat meat. The same as a vegan, I can't have it. Can't. Like that particular vegan. Yeah, thank you.
Dream.
Man. Can't reach.
Wait, what? Dang, Dream, get up. Get up.
Yeah, can't. I wish I'm vegan. Thank you.
Hi. Are you able to explain your point? I said, are you able to explain your point as to why they're the same? I don't really know. I just said, are you able to explain why they're the same? Not really, because it's late. So, mm-hmm. Like, explain to me why you think this. Just as bad how though if they're doing something inherently good. Where are they lying? That's a generalization because not every vegan's gonna lie to you. Some people are liars, some people aren't. There's nothing to do about them. But what do they lie about? What is lying? Like, what are they lying about? Because I'm vegan and I don't lie. How would you, okay, but like, okay, like, let's say that they are lying. How would you absolutely know they were lying anyway? How could you tell them that you, vegan, veganism isn't a diet, love. If anyone's an veganism, it's not a diet. It's not, it's not a diet, no. It's an ethical what? It's an ethical standpoint. It's literally like an entire moral thing. So it's like about like not consuming animal products. You reject animal commodity, like using in any way possible. No, it's not just eating. Yeah, eating is included, but it's not just a diet. It's an ethical, like, well, what is that like? What vegan what vegan would lie about that? Like, I don't understand. Like, Uh, I want you to say, I want you to say that to like every single person that ever fought for women's rights. Please go say that to every suffragette now. Tell them what are they gonna do protesting in the street? What's that gonna do? Well, no, it wasn't, and it's not the only tactic vegan. It's not the only tactic vegan have either. So what's your point? This is just a silly point, then, isn't it? That's the point. I didn't I didn't do that. What are you doing for the animals, love? Absolutely. And what am I doing for the animals? Absolutely way more than you could even imagine. So I literally work in conservation for starters. So you don't know what you're talking. What do you mean? What do I do? Like I work on restoring. Exactly. So you're just wrong, and you know you're wrong. This is clearly rage bait. Well, you just said like you don't do anything to the animals. You just said I do nothing. I already answered your questions. We haven't really had many questions asked. Rage bait, low-key. Okay, well, ask me a question then if you want. If it's so, yes. Anything that has any animal products or any animal derived ingredients in it at all. I don't think it's there. It's not the only thing I do, but I think it's definitely a step forward. It's way more than what you're doing. Absolutely. Do you think that me reducing like my, for example, my carbon footprint is enough to stop climate change? No. But how much do you think? Yeah, but how much do you think I can do as a one individual? Like, how far do you want me to go? Like, do you think I can single-handedly? Do you think I can single-handedly farming? I think I do as much as possible. Yes, I do. I think I do enough. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you have no idea. It's wild of you to be. You ain't even a vegan though. If you were a vegan, you would be having this debate. Because you don't. Yeah. That's what we do. That's what we do. I don't think so. I think everything you just said is a full lie. I think there's many ways to make action happen, and I do many of them, and you do nothing. So it's wild of you to dictate a vegan what they're doing when you're not even doing anything. Like, what are you actually doing? You're doing nothing. You ain't doing anything, girl. Like, you come in here being like, "Oh, we do nothing," but you do nothing. You quite literally haven't done anything. I just told you I work in conservation, and you just don't even like acknowledge that. Like, oh, am I now? Really? Okay, meat eater.